The Buffs schedule dropped. What is our way too early prediction on our record? And Buffs get a commit from a top tier transfer, plus so much more, all coming up next. What's up, Buff Nation, and welcome to Buffs News Weekly, where we cover the last week of news for the Colorado football team. I am your host, Russ Dornish. Do me a favor. More than 90% of our viewers are not subscribed, so make sure you hit that subscribe button and that like button so we can reach other Buffs fans in Buff Nation. Now, let's get on to the news. First up is the huge transfer signing as the Buffs flip Washington transfer commit BJ Green. Green comes to CU via Arizona State, where he was a top pass rushing edge for the Sun Devils in 2023. Green had 39 tackles and 6 sacks last year, but what's even more impressive is he was ranked second nationally with quarterback pressures. The blue chipper Green brings his 6'1", 270-pound frame that played a total of 36 games with Arizona State in his career and started all 12 games last year. Green brings only 1 year of eligibility and will pencil in as a day one starter for the Buffs defense. Something I really like about Green is he isn't simply a football player, as Green himself pointed out that he is majoring in mechanical engineering and holding a GPA above 3.0. To be a Division I athlete and be successful while also holding those kind of grades in a very tough major speaks volumes to Green's work ethic. Adding Green really solidifies the Buffs' pass rush alongside other newcomers Sam Okunlola, Quincy Wiggins, and Nikhil Webb-Walker, along with a bunch of other people along the interior of the defensive line. Coach Prime saw the deficiencies of the team last year and has tackled those needs head on this offseason. The 2024 schedule for the Buffs dropped this week as they return to the Big 12. Some highlights of the schedule include, of course, the home opener against North Dakota State, the conference home opener against Baylor, and a late season game against Kansas that will be played in Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Now, of course, it is way too early to truly know what the potential record of this team will be. However, looking at the schedule and what we know right now, while also trying to take the gold-colored glasses off, I believe the floor for this team sits at 6 wins, while the ceiling sits at 10 to 11 wins. No, I'm not going to say they're going to go undefeated, but could they? Absolutely. Any team could. For now, I'll put it in between there. My way too early prediction on the record will sit at 9-3. My reasoning for a 9-3 record is because last year, CU lost 6 of its 8 games by a touchdown or less. That, included with a team that gave up the most sacks in the country, missed Travis Hunter for a huge section of the season, and a defense that was nearly dead last in the country in efficiency, is part of the reason that I think the record last year was where it was at. This offseason, Coach Prime has tackled the issues, getting tremendous help in both trenches that should lead to improvements on both sides of the ball. Even if it brings only a small improvement to both aspects, because CU was so close in their games last year, a small improvement should lead to many more wins. For those of you out there that think we will only win 4 games or be worse than last year, I have one message for you.
What about me would make you think that I care about your opinion of me? Your opinion of me is not the opinion that I have of myself. You ain't make me, so you can't break me. You didn't build me, so you can't kill me. You know what? God established me, so you ain't nothing you can do to me.
What do you think Colorado's record will be in 2024? On top of the news of the regular season schedule announcement this past week, Colorado also announced their spring schedule with the date for the Black and Gold game also being announced. The 2024 spring game will be on April 27th at Folsom Field. Hope to see everyone there, as I will be attending the spring game this season. Moving on to some smaller team and kind of roster news, Savell Smalls, the former 5-star defensive lineman that came to Colorado last year via Washington, is switching up positions, going from the D-line to be a tight end. Now, in high school, Smalls played both D-line and tight end, so he does have some experience. Smalls is an athletic 6'2", 257-pound edge player that could be good depth at a position of need. Now, we know for the most part the transfer Chamon Mateer will most likely be the starter. But after that, it's kind of a toss-up after CU lost leading tight end receiver Mikey Harrison to the portal. Watching Smalls' tight end film from high school shows a guy who had decent hands and could make plays on the offensive side of the ball. But where I believe Smalls could focus his game on is his blocking, as switching from an edge to a tight end may give him some important insight into how to properly block. If he can really translate his game in the blocking aspect, I could see him play a lot more than anyone else in the tight end room. Finally, to end out the news for this week, some future recruiting info as one of the last 2024 players that's nationally ranked. Not the only one, but one of the last top ones, CJ Hurd, is down to UCLA and Colorado. The safety out of Georgia will make his decision on February 8th after taking visits to both UCLA and Boulder. He is also getting in-home visits from both teams. Now, UCLA is going through some stuff right now with rumors that coach Chip Kelly may be looking for an NFL job. There have also been a number of Chip's assistant coaches and position coaches getting jobs either elsewhere or at the NFL level currently. Rumors also swirled all season of Kelly getting fired only to keep his job in the end, which, if Kelly leaves at this point, could leave UCLA in a pretty big hole and problem, which in my eyes may make the decision for CJ Hurd a lot easier in picking Colorado over UCLA. Now, while Colorado had one of the smaller high school classes with only just 6 signees, adding Hurd would be a great depth piece with potential for him to grow over the coming season. The 3-star safety will make his decision soon, and we will report on it once he does. The Buffs fan follow of the week is CU Buffs Family over on X, formerly known as Twitter. The account is truly on top of sharing every Buff-related post from any and all Buffs accounts. As a result, it makes it a great follow to find more Buffs content and content creators and stay on top of anything that is happening the moment it does. I always appreciate a good, pure news feed rather than just opinions or crazy takes, and CU Buffs Family is that account. Go give them a follow and let them know Buffs News Weekly sent you. That's it for this week's Buffs News Weekly. Thank you guys so much for coming along this journey with me. And please make sure to like this video and also subscribe to this channel so you can continue to help us grow and reach more Buffs fans in Buffs Nation. Until next week, I'm Russ Dornish. Sko Buffs!